Repeat signs and endings. In music notation, there are several symbols and terms that help performers understand when to repeat sections and how to navigate endings. These tools are essential in classical, contemporary, and popular music forms. Repeat signs. Repeat signs are composed of two vertical lines and two dots. When you see dots on the left of the bar lines, it means go back and play the previous section again. A basic repeat sign looks like this. The left side dots show where the repeat begins. The right side dots show where the repeat ends. Repeats help composers avoid rewriting large sections of music. Carefully examine the example below in order to gain a clear and thorough understanding of these symbols. Voltas, first and second endings. In many pieces, especially with repeats, composers use voltas. Volta 1, first ending, Volta 2, second ending. These show different endings for repeated sections. How it works? Play through the section. At the first ending, Volta 1, go back to the repeat sign. The second time through, skip Volta 1 and play Volta 2. This allows variation without rewriting new measures. Carefully examine the example below in order to gain a clear and thorough understanding of these symbols. Double bar line. A double bar line consists of two closely spaced vertical lines on the staff. The types of double bar lines are as follows. A. Standard double bar line consists of two thin vertical lines placed closely together. It indicates the end of a musical section, a significant structural division, a change of key signature, time signature, or tempo. This type does not indicate the end of the piece. It marks an internal structural boundary. B. Final bar line, or final double bar line, consists of one thin line followed by one thick line. It indicates the definitive end of a composition or movement. This is the strongest form of closure in standard notation. Long repeats and navigation signs in music notation. In formal music notation, composers use navigation signs, sometimes referred to as long repeats or renvoi signs, to control large-scale structural repetition without rewriting entire sections. Da capo, DC. Da capo, an Italian term meaning from the head, instructs the performer to return to the beginning of the piece. When the marking DC appears, the performer repeats the music from the start unless another instruction modifies the return. This device preserves structural symmetry and avoids redundant notation. DC al fine. DC al fine means return to the beginning and continue playing until reaching the marking fine. Fine, Italian for end, indicates the precise stopping point after the return. This creates a controlled, structured conclusion rather than repeating the entire composition. Dal Segno, DS. Dal Segno, meaning from the sign, instructs the performer to return not to the beginning, but to a specific symbol called the segno. When encountering DS, the performer jumps back to the segno sign, continues playing from that point forward. This allows repetition from a defined internal section of the piece. DS al fine. DS al fine means return to the segno and continue until reaching the marking fine, where the performance ends. This is structurally similar to DC al fine, but the return point is internal rather than at the beginning. DC al coda. In more advanced structural navigation, composers use coda, meaning tail. DC al coda instructs the performer to 1. Return to the beginning, 2. Play until encountering the instruction to coda, and 3. Then jump to the coda section, marked by the coda symbol. The coda functions as a concluding, often independent, final passage. DS al coda. DS al coda follows the same structural logic. 1. Return to the segno. 2. Continue until reaching to coda. And 3. Jump to the coda section. This method enables complex structural forms without rewriting extended passages. Structural purpose in music form. These navigation signs serve 3 primary academic functions. 1. Economy of notation, avoiding unnecessary repetition in the score. 2. Formal clarity, supporting sectional forms such as binary and ternary structures. And 3. Performance guidance, providing precise instructions for repeat structure. Short repeats. Single measure repeat sign. Consisting of a diagonal slash with 2 dots placed between 2 bar lines, indicates that the performer should repeat the preceding measure exactly as written. Beat or motif repeat sign. When slashes appear within a measure, they indicate repetition of the previous beat or rhythmic figure. The number of slashes determines how many subdivisions are to be repeated. This sign is commonly used in orchestral parts and rhythmic accompaniment patterns. 2 measure repeat sign. Consisting of 2 diagonal slashes and 2 dots placed on a bar line, indicates that the performer should repeat the preceding 2 measures exactly as written. Tremolo. Tremolo is a notational sign indicating the rapid subdivision of a written note value into smaller, equal rhythmic units. In measured tremolo, the original note value remains intact in terms of total duration, but it is performed as repeated subdivisions determined by diagonal strokes through the stem. For example, 2 diagonal strokes through the stem of a quarter note indicate that the note should be performed as repeated semiquavers, 16th notes, within the same total duration. 3 diagonal strokes indicate further subdivision, such as demi-semiquavers, 32nd notes. The number of strokes determines the rhythmic subdivision of the original note value. In this form, tremolo does not change the total length of the note. It only specifies how that duration is internally divided and executed rapidly. Batterie. Batterie refers to the rapid execution of 2 or more different pitches in immediate succession. Unlike tremolo, which subdivides a single sustained pitch, batterie involves the quick alternation of distinct notes. Although its notation may visually resemble tremolo, its function is different. It does not represent the subdivision of one pitch, rather the energetic and rapid articulation of multiple pitches. In fast tempi, the written notation may appear simplified for clarity, while the performer executes the passage with greater speed according to stylistic and performance conventions. In the next video, you'll learn about the tie in music. This channel is full of creative lessons designed to help you learn music easily and quickly. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. Click on the next video now and keep learning.